I'm Pat, but you probably already knew that. For those of you who don't, let me be the first to say, welcome to Eccles County. Alright, seriously though. This speech is supposed to be about myself and my class. I'll start with the one that's most interesting to me. Don't worry, I'm not going to spend an hour talking about my childhood. We good? Everyone hear me? Alright, good. Before I start, I want to begin this with my favorite quote. It's from Dr. Seuss, and it may explain a bit about me. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not. Why did I start with Dr. Seuss quote? Well, because I feel that it helps explain me and my Eccles County experience perfectly. Let me explain. From around the age of 4, it seemed that we moved a lot. I even went to 3 different kindergartens, and one only lasted for 2 weeks. Partway through the first grade, we had to move to another state, and I began homeschooling. What I wanted more than anything was a solid home and a school. I asked to go to a public school after we moved to Eccles County. My mom checked it out and found that Eccles County schools actually tested better than both Lamb's and Valdosta schools. So in 2004, I started 3rd grade here. I was the new kid for a few years after that. I still don't understand how that works, being the new kid for, years. Anyway, I met some wonderful people and some not so wonderful ones. I made some friends that I will remember forever, and I was bullied. I had a teacher I chose as my star teacher in the 5th grade, Mrs. C. I've grown up with a love for storytelling. For her class made me realize just how much I love to write, to create a world with nothing more than paper and ink. I said it when I was a kid, I say it now. When I grow up, I want to be an author. I mentioned a moment ago about being bullied. This was worse in middle school, as it is for so many kids everywhere. At times, I felt that no one cared, which according to Dr. Seuss meant nothing would get better. I also think this is how many kids in this type of situation feel. But I want everyone to know, there are those who care an awful lot. Enter Mrs. Ham. In middle school, in the midst of me almost giving up, I found that special teacher who cared an awful lot. Mrs. Ham helped pull me through those darkest times, and I will always be grateful. And I want all to know, even when you can't see the positive out there, it is. Eccles County Schools has so many teachers who do care an awful lot, which, according to Dr. Seuss, means that things will change. Then we get to high school. I was a bit of a jerk at the first part of high school. If everyone is honest with themselves, I think we would all agree that we all were. But that is part of growing up. We have to test ourselves and learn. Thankfully, I grew up, as we all tend to do. I always think I'm much more grown up today than I was when I stepped into these halls for the first time in my freshman year. I gained some friends. I lost others. And I crushed. I think I fell in love at some point, but the jury's still out on that one. Sometime at the end of my freshman year, my mom made a deal with me. Become valedictorian, and she paid to have all my friends from across the country fly down to see me graduate. Unfortunately, one of them had school since we were graduating on Tuesday. One we fell out of each other, we fell out of favor with one of each other, but one did make it. My big brother, even if we're not related by blood. I went from a hopeful start in the 3rd grade to low points of bullying, but never gave up, mostly due to the care shown to me by some wonderful teachers and my own strength of will. I grew past it, and to any I made her along the way, I want to make a public apology. I am sorry. I have grown and hope I have proven I am a much better and stronger person now. Thankfully, I get to finish my high school career on a positive note. 2 years in a row bringing home the state competition when it's in literary. Go Owls! Alright, that's everything I can think to talk about myself. Now I'm going to give some thanks to some of you out there. Not many, just some. Water on my mind, Andrew. You're the best big brother a guy can ask for. You taught me a lot growing up. You helped me when I needed it. While Mom guided me through life, you told me the things that a woman just can't tell her son. Not for lack of trying, Mom. Andrew, just thank you. Thank you for everything. Finally though, Mom. Well, what can I say? Anything I could say to you, we share with a simple gesture or eye contact. We have entire conversations in a few short words. I could spend an hour telling you every reason why you're indisputably the best person on the planet. But these few words said more than anything I could try to get out of my mouth ever could. There were a few other people I wanted to thank, but it was a little too long. I totally understand. I haven't had enough time. You know who you are. Thank you, each and every one of you. Now, I speak to all of my class. I mentioned bullying before. I know personal bullying, but there's also bullying in a group. By growing up in a small town, many people bully you for being in or from a small town. There are those who assume you cannot succeed anywhere else. You are all better than you think you are. I've seen you all. You are fully capable of making something of yourselves. Don't listen to anyone who says otherwise. If anyone tells you that you're a small town kid who can't make anything of yourself, that you'll never leave Statenville, be it a stranger, a teacher, or even your own family, remember, you have a choice. You do matter. It is easier to hide and just stay put. It's hard to do what you feel is right, but it is so worth doing. I was raised to know who I am and be proud of it. Now I want to share that with you. Know who you are. Be proud of who you are. Be who you are. You are from Statenville. Be proud, but be you. High school is just a single step in our lives. It is not going to be the best years of our lives. If they are, then we'll be living sad lives indeed. No, the best years of our lives are yet to come. Make something of yourselves. Go out there and actually do something. You know what? No, don't do something. Do the one thing you love more than anything else in the world. Find your passion and act on it. Do what you love and love what you do. If you want to spread your wings and see other states or countries, go do it. If you want to start a farm here in Stateville, do it. Do what you were meant to do and be proud. With all that said, I leave you with this quote. A valedictorian speech. They're supposed to end with a quote. I choose to end with the one that's helped me through many rough times. In a world worth of God, first, they ignore you. Then they laugh at you. Then they fight you. Then you win. People of Iowa County, class of 2014, we win.